One of the most important roles of an impact producer is partner engagement. And by that I mean both nonprofit or NGOs and legislators and influencers, but primarily NGOs and legislators. So the first thing to think about with partner engagement is vetting. Clearly, you want to make sure that these are organizations that are legitimate, that they're strong, that they're well respected within their community. Another aspect of working with NGOs initially are understanding that even though their mission may align with the subject matter in your film, their programmatic and policy initiatives that they're working on may not necessarily not align, but not reflect where the messaging of the film, and so that will make them less interested in working with you. Another important aspect of the vetting process with NGOs is understanding if organizations are in conflict or have competing agendas with one another. For example, a film that I worked on, The Home Stretch, about youth homelessness, we felt like homeless organizations would be natural fits for this impact campaign. However, as we dived into it, we came to understand that homeless organizations that worked with adults had some level of competing interests with those organizations that worked with youth, largely around funding. So when we made a decision about who we were going to partner with, we partnered with those organizations that specifically focused on homeless youth. So, in terms of relationship building and management with NGOs, it's really essential that we understand that this is a two-way conversation. It's not a conversation between the film where the filmmaker says, "Hey, we need you to promote our film. We need you to sell licenses. We need, your mailing list, etc." It's really important to do your research ahead of time to understand where your film falls within their landscape so that they can use the film in a way that's going to assist them, and you've made it easy for them to understand how that can happen. Another aspect of working with NGO partners is going into it understanding and asking them what their relationship was with past media projects and potentially other documentaries, because you want to know that ahead of time so that you can avoid those pitfalls and also magnify the good opportunities that they've had. A note about reaching out to nonprofits, especially if it's a cold call, is looking for those staff, possibly not the executive director, that are most likely to understand how media can benefit their mission. So some of those folks might include public relations, marketing, social media, membership coordinators, and program directors. Legislative partnerships are clearly important if you have legislative change goals as part of your impact campaign. Very often the entree into those legislative partners are through the NGOs that you've been working with. The reason for that is that they have those relationships with the staff, potentially the legislators, and they're the most articulate about the issues and will know best how your film can be placed within the discussions to move the issue forward.